Welcome back to the channel, fellow choppers. I thought today I would talk about how the hinging technique that I use adapts to higher rate paddling. Higher rate paddling can be quite stressful and demanding on your technique, so it needs to be able to hold up under that extra stress. So in my technique, of course, I use a hinging action when my upper body is falling forward, sitting up, falling forward and sitting up. Now at low rates, you can see this at low rates: forward, sitting up proud, hinging forward, sitting up proud, hinging forward, sitting up proud, forward and sitting up. Now I can maintain that reasonably full length of water in the dragon boat right up till about 60 strokes per minute. So I can comfortably maintain that hinge, sit up proud, get a nice full long stroke right up to around 60 strokes a minute. Now as the rate starts to go up, I will reach a point where I can no longer maintain that same length of water, and this will be true for anyone. You simply will not be able to maintain your full stroke that you can do comfortably at 60 strokes a minute once that rate starts to climb up and up. So how do you adapt to higher rate paddling? Well, with this hinging action, this is how I do it. So at low rates, I've got a full hinge, sitting up, sitting up, sitting up. As the rate starts to go up, I'm not going to sit up so proud. I'm still going to go to the front of the stroke and maintain the front catch. Right? I'm not going to allow the catch to drift back. I'm always aiming to hit the same spot at the front. So I'll go forward, but as I come back on the hinge, I'll only come up partially, right? And then back to the front. As opposed to at a lower rate. So at higher rates, I'm going to start angling forward. And what I'm doing is I'm pulsing over the catch, right? I'm not doing a great big heave. I'm not doing a big sit-up. The sit-up is still there, but I'm dumping it right on the catch to assist the catch. It's just that action there. Right on the catch. It's a lot shorter than sitting right up. Right? You won't be able to do that anyway at higher rates. So I did mention before that I have a preference to not allow the catch sweet spot to start drifting back under fatigue. Now this is just a preference. There are other ways of managing higher rate paddling. For example, some styles of stroking will maintain that you should always come back to the hip as a finishing point, right? Which is fine. It's purely legit. What I have found personally with that approach is that something has to give. As the rate starts to climb, something has to give. You simply cannot pull that same length of water. So what gives there with that particular style that prefers to end up back at the hip, what's giving is the front end of the stroke. So they will allow the catch sweet spot to drift back, right? So long as they maintain the back end of the stroke comes and finishes at the hip, right? So it's just a comparison in different ways of managing higher rate paddling. So I'll just go over that again. The two methods that I know, and there may be others, for higher rate paddling is maintain the front catch sweet spot and cut the back of the stroke off, right? So you're always paddling forward, you're always right forward paddling, right? and you're just cutting the back off. The other style is to allow the catch sweet spot to drift back so you can come all the way back to the hip. So that style gives up the front and maintains the back, right? So it's just a comparison of two different styles and how they adapt to higher rate pedaling. So I'd be interested to know if you're using a hinging style, or actually any style, how does your technique adapt to higher rate pedaling? That's how I manage higher rate pedaling. Leave us a comment down below with any thoughts you'd like to share about how you also adapt and manage higher rate pedalings.